And I just noticed it's something that consistently happens over and over and over and over. I'm reading this one book, and it's about marriage. I think the title of the book is so triggering to people because I feel like marriage is such a pinnacle, and either it's on one side it's a blessing and it's beautiful and it's the foundation of your whole life in terms of your wealth, love, joy, and everything. And on the other side, which a lot of people go through, there's a lot of people, around me going through like divorce and stuff like that. But even people I don't know, there's the other side where it's a source of stress or just sucking all the joy out and stuff like that. Man, like there be jokes about how like there's older dudes at my job and they old, and they still at work because they don't want to go home to their wives. When I heard that before I got married, I heard that and listened to that, and I told myself, I was like, damn, this ain't gonna be something that I'm interested in. So I wrote down what I want, what type of man I would be. Now I'm writing down, I'm designing like, okay, what type of family do I want to have? And the book is called How to Fix Your Marriage. It's by my pastor that I had in Texas. Every time people see this book, they say, oh, your marriage is, you can having problems already, or your marriage is messed up already. And I'll say to that, a lot of people get married and they do have problems right away, and then they get divorced right away. Like I have friends that's going through that right now, and it sucks. Pray for them, and it's crazy hearing that, and then put it in juxtaposition of what I'm going through, man. Like it's luck, effort, and the right person. Because sometimes you got somebody that they just not trying to work with you. So there's a lot of risk involved, and that's a lot of men be like, yo, I don't want to get married because this, they got their reasons. But I really got lucky, but I also increased my luck over the years. I've been worrying about like the type of man I want to be, things like that. They see the book and they say, oh, you having problems already? And it's a joke, right? But that shit is not funny. You know what I mean? Like, I laugh it off because I don't take nothing serious because I know why I'm reading the book. But then I'm like, yo, like, if I was reading like some BS novel or like some fictional thing, like some anime, comic book or something like that, but nobody would say something to me. But what happens is they look at the title and they're like, oh, what does that say? And then they read the title, and I think what happens is it triggers something in themselves, and they project in what they're going through with what I'm trying to achieve. And I was talking to one of my other coworkers about this, and I was like, yo, people get like make the same comment over and over and over. I was like, yes, like I'm not having issues, but yes, I want to better my marriage in every way. I'm always trying to get better. Period. You're gonna wait till things go sideways for you to improve your life? You're gonna wait till you're broke to learn how to become rich? And I said, all right, if you make 100K, oh, you're a millionaire. That means you just gonna stop reading books on how to manage that wealth? That's how you're gonna lose it. So why would I not read books about bettering myself and learning how to maneuver one of the most important, the pinnacle of all wealth in my life, of joy, love, my children, my wife, the center of my intimacy, in all aspects, mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. That don't make sense. That's not how you stay wealthy. That's not how you stay married. It's just stupid, man. Like, if I was reading some BS comic book or some like fictional story, something that doesn't better my life, nobody would be saying nothing. Be like, oh, all right, cool, that's what you into, whatever. But it's because I'm reading a book that's like How to Fix Your Marriage, or which is like understanding marriage. Like I'm reading it not only to better myself, but to better my children. Like I'm gonna have a resource references alongside of my experience as well from applying the things in the book for my children to never be divorced. People ain't thinking that far. People don't think far. They want to like kick and prod because you're doing something. Like if you're reading a book called How to Be a Millionaire and stuff like that, it's crazy how like I'll be more comfortable, and I feel this internally, like I'll feel more comfortable pulling out like a comic book, also a book that says how to be a millionaire in front of people, because I feel like people won't judge me for the comic book, but people will judge me even if it's a positive light, because I'm trying to better myself and actually be a millionaire. Like I could say like out loud, like, yeah, that is one of my projects that I'm working on, is being a millionaire. It's not a goal, it's a project. It's just gonna get done. And it's not even something I want, it's something I already am. I noticed that I feel that, and I work on my mindset all the time. I still feel it internal, like I feel. And I do be reading books, like when I'm at work, I be carrying a book, like I read books. I listen to audiobooks in the car, and I love it. Like, I'll finish a book real quick. Like, I'm a quick read. But I want y'all that are struggling with that, or that feel that internal, like, oh, I'm trying to better myself. I don't want people. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. The real embarrassment is embarrassing because you're trying to better yourself and you're around people that are not trying to do the same. That's why you feel the shame. It's the collective of where you already are, because you're reading a book that could take you out of the position of where you are and from the people that surround you. So that's why you feel that internal push, is because you're not supposed to be where you actually are, and you aiming for somewhere that's higher than you are. That's that internal push. So don't let people's projections of what you're trying to do when you say, oh, I'm trying to be a millionaire. Friends, it don't matter. Best friend, friends that you've known over the year, I ain't gonna call them best friends. But I promise you this, if somebody is a real friend, and I got some real bros, some real friends, they're gonna be just as happy. It's very true. They're gonna be just as excited when you talk about something positive for your life. And I carry that into all my friendships, because I got some real ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got some real friends that be there for me, that I can share. You know what I'm saying? I've learned the importance of, actually after I got married, I've learned the importance of having extra marital relationships in the form of coveted male friendships. Having friends, they gonna irrigate your marriage. You know what I'm saying? You can't vent to your wife about every single thing, especially if she's a source of sometimes, you know, the things that you want to vent about. But a close friend will always listen with an ego, unbiased, unjudgmental, a real friend. So I like to think of myself, when any friend will talk to me, that they'll be blessed, or like, just talking about it is so helpful. And men, get a counselor. The same thing with me talking about the concept of reading a book. When I have a lot of money, I'm gonna read books about money, because I want to keep my money. Do not wait until things go sideways, until you looking outside your marriage for attention. Don't wait till you disgruntled and you start going home to think about ways to escape, when you sitting at work like a hour after work because you don't want to go inside. Because I tell you, a lot of people at my job maybe need to pick up that book and read what I'm reading. They need to be on the same type and time and I'm on. I heard so many things. This is before I got married. I heard so many things. I'm like, that sucks. Like, to hear that that's your mentality about marriage and everything like that. But not wait until things hit the fan and you and your wife is on the last straw, or you and your girlfriend. Don't wait for you to get counseling for yourself. You need it, because you don't be talking about your issues. You don't be talking about the pressure that you go through, and you feel like you can't talk to your girl about it, because you're gonna feel like, from societal pressures, you're gonna feel like, I can't talk about it because I'm seem weak. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you can't cry in front of your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already know, but you could grow beyond that. If you can't cry in front of your wife, if you feel like you can't show yourself to your wife, then hire somebody that you could show yourself with, and that is actually non-personal, non-biased. If you don't have no friends, just hire somebody. Get a counselor. Go through your health insurance. Don't quit after the first time, because that's a trap. Your mind telling you, oh, well, it don't work. It took me going through a few people to find the perfect counselor, and God bless me in so many ways with my counselor. That's my marriage. He's my marriage counselor. He's my counselor, like, individually, and he's my wife's counselor. And he's gonna be our family counselor for when my kid grows up to a certain age. And then he's gonna have be counseling my kid individually. So he's the counselor for my family. Find somebody that that fits your specific needs. Anybody needs a recommendation, if anybody wants to talk to my counselor, hit me up. Does discovery call, like 60 minutes. So he's fired. Back to the original reason I was talking about this, man. People gonna talk. Don't think that internal thing that you feel is you. It's actually other people. It's because you internally is trying to overcome and dominate your environment and conquer it and go above it. And environment, I mean, like, your circumstances of your life. Turn up.